Hello everyone, I am back and the printer has finally finished the printing the 3D model. It projected it would be 50 hours. It wasn't quite. It was like, I don't know, what's it been, 2 days now, something like that. Anyway, it wasn't quite the 50 hours. All right, so here is the 3D model. Here is what I had. I scanned this one, put it into the computer, and then sliced it. And then here is the results right here. I had to put it at this angle because it wouldn't fit distance-wise, straight up and down, or even sideways. And then all of this extra support material was caused or needed because I printed at that angle. All right, so now I can come over here to my Ender 3. This is not, in fact, I don't have to do it. I don't have to disengage the stepper motors, which seems bizarre to me, but anyway, don't really care. All right, so there it is from the front. And that's why when I broke off the mirrors, it didn't matter. See how they're already here. So when I slide that, when I finally finish trimming this up and slide it over the chassis, there should be no issue. I'm actually going to have to break that mirror off because obviously this won't fit with the mirror in place. All right, so what am I going to do? Okay, I'm just going to try rocking it and see if that works. If it doesn't, no big deal. I don't know why I put this long support here. I don't understand why I thought that was necessary. Obviously it wasn't because it stopped printing it. You can see there. And the reason why is as it was moving around, I could see this move around, so I knew that support wouldn't actually do what I thought it was going to do. Right, so this has a magnetic base. I'm just going to slide it loose here. A little bit difficult to do with one hand. Ah, there we go. All right, so now you can see what it printed. Like I said, the two sides are slightly different. This one has that C-shaped vent. The other side, like that, does not. Over here, I wanted to see this all in one color. Oh, it did put a support there for that mirror. It did not do one for this mirror. Not sure why it thought it needed on one side but not on the other. Doesn't matter. All right. Oh, there's another piece of support that it either didn't need or it did like I would have hoped it would have done and made the support really weak so it would break off easily. I need to look into that, how that works. Maybe I can tune it. But the fact that I can take this off of the platform one-handed is impressive because it did stick to the base, but it did not glue it down. All right, there you go. See all of those supports. That's what I was hoping the other one would do. All the supports just broke right off. You saw how much effort I had to put on that one to get the supports off. I was hoping it would do like that. These others might be a little more difficult. I don't know. I'll have to try and see. Again, I doubt seriously I would be able to do it one-handed. This is going to be the same as the other one. In this case, I want to be more careful because I do care about the shape. Any gouges or anything I break or whatever, I'll have to fix in this one. The reason I didn't care on that one is because it was going to be completely covered up by this body. Let me see if I can put this in camera stands. Pseudo one-handed. Might not be able to. Right. All right, Not firmly in there, but it is in there. So let's go ahead and see what it's going to take to get this off of here. All right, if I look, there is a big gap there. That one's going to be a little more difficult to get off here. There's a little gap right in there, but not a lot. But you can see this thing's pretty firm. It's completely hollow. So I'm going to go ahead and just see what happens. Part of this is I don't care if it breaks the wheels off, because the wheels are on this model here, and I can actually print wheels by themselves, and it would probably come out better that way anyway. I'm watching close. Trying to see where this is going to snap. Someone did suggest using a different fill pattern instead of this crosshatch. I don't know how to do that on that slicer. And again, I wanted to try everything straight out of the box and see how it worked. But that's the only thing that's going to change. They have a tree structure on some of this slicer. I don't know if mine supports that. And it's supposed to be a lot better. It would make sense. There's no reason why it needs all of that extra material there. All right, I should be able to snap that off. And if I can get this screwdriver in here, doesn't want to go in there. Let's see, about right here. All right, I want to be careful because I don't want to break this back part. So what I'm going to do is give myself a starting point, and I know this is flat here, so I'm going to right, and all I had to do was give enough room that I can get a screwdriver in there. Alright, so I can see that there is a break point right here. It makes that turn. If I can get this in here, and I'm going to cut it right there. I can see that actually from that, it gave me a little opening right here. Under here. You can see the screwdrivers coming out there. If I can get it to come all back to there. There we go. So you can see it's smooth there. All right, so I've got this back piece here. I am somewhat worried about that wing. I'm going to be kind of careful as I do this. But ideally, this should just snap off like that. There we go. I don't know why the other one, this is what I was expecting from the other model, that I would just be able to get under there, pry a little bit, and get it off. All right. So there is my 3D model. The surface is rough. I knew that from looking at the clay model. but I was having trouble getting the clay as smooth as I wanted. What I'm going to do now, I think, unless somebody comes up with a better idea, is put body filler on this thing and sand and smooth it. I like body filler because it's more solid. This clay never did harden, and of course I didn't want to put that in the oven and bake it. I'm sorry, I see here. This clay, I can still take my fingernail, stick it in there and scratch it. So I've had to be real careful not to mess it up. And if you look at the front, pull this over here. Right there, it's cracked from being moved around and bumped. This shape right here is, I believe I used Sharpie on here to do that. The actual shape is only there, which the 3D model picked up. So you can see that the C shape on this one is way forward. It's the actual physical opening, not the one that I drew on there. And again, the reason why I did that is I don't know exactly where that vent is underneath. I was hoping that this model would not fill in these sides, and then I could see exactly where the vent is on the actual 3D model. I can see that, the one that's not watertight. So that would be one of my next things to do. All right, so what I'm going to do is there is a toothpaste squeezer that I've been wanting to do, and it won't take very long. It'll take a couple hours to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. I have to load it onto the little mini drive, what am I trying to think, SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and work with this. I'm going to go ahead and cut the support here where the mirror is, because I don't want it snapping off like it did on the other one. Again, not a big deal. I just would prefer it didn't. So that should take a couple seconds. There we are. And I just need to weaken it enough so that when I pry on this, it breaks off there. I will come back and sand, file, whatever, to get all the excess here, because it does look pretty solid, more solid than I wanted it to be. Everything else, I really don't see anything that needs that much work. All right. Again, because it wanted to be watertight, it went ahead and said, oh, there's a wheel sticking out here, I'll make this. So obviously I don't need that. I could cut that off anywhere, but it doesn't matter. All I really care. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the inside of this out anyway, because it needs to slide over this model right here. So this whole area I'm going to open up. All right. I guess that's all I've got for now. All right. So like, subscribe, hit the alert, hit the thanks if you want to donate. And if you don't like what I'm doing, you don't know Jack. Bye.